What is up, everybody? Bigjuicyhog here, and I'm back to you today with another World of Warcraft gold making video. So earlier I was looking at the auction house and trying to think of a decently profitable farm in old world content. Where I went was the start of my gold making journey, Wrath of the Lich King. Before Wrath of the Lich King, I was a poor WoW player that had enough gold to get by, but never enough to get whatever I wanted. That all changed in Wrath with inscription and jewel crafting being added in. I basically became a goblin. That was when I first hit the gold cap and my WoW experience would never be the same. The WoW economy became my preferred endgame and its rating in PvP fell to the wayside. So today we're going to look at a couple of old zones in Wrath of the Lich King and how they panned out. The first one I went to was Sholazar Basin, which was an old time favorite of mine, and I'm going to tell you the results right now of my farming. So in 30 minutes at Sholazar Basin, what I got was 32 Dead Nettle, 50 Tiger Lily, 102 Serenite Ore, 1 Eternal Shadow plus 7 motes, 2 Eternal Earth plus 1 mote, 5 Eternal Life plus 5 motes, 98 Adder's Tongue, 49 Gold Clover, 4 Frost Lotus, 1 Monarch Topaz, 3 Lesser Gems, which just accounts for gems that aren't of blue quality or better. I'm just going to call them Lesser Gems. So after that, we headed on over to Storm Peaks, where I gave it another 30 minutes of farming, hoping that I'd be able to obtain some materials needed for a Titan Steel bar. Long story short, I pretty much did, and here was the breakdown of the gathered materials in Storm Peaks. I got 40 Serenite Ore, 1 Eternal Shadow plus 2 motes, 2 Eternal Earth plus 5 motes, 4 Eternal Life plus 2 motes, 3 Lesser Gems, I got 8 Frost Lotus, 98 Ice Thorn, 90 Lich Bloom, 1 Eternal Air with 4 motes, and 9 Crystallized Fire. So for that last Crystallized Fire, I had to go and buy it off the auction house, which only costed me 8 gold so that I could make 1 Eternal and make my Titan Steel bar. So now this is when I decided that if I truly wanted to make decent gold on this farm, I was actually going to need to do a little bit of manufacturing, as the herb prices on my server were pretty low. I think most of the herbs were in the 1.5 to 2 gold range. So I turned the herbs into pigment, and which I turned into ink after that. All of the ore that I got turned into bars, and this is what I ended up with to put on the auction house. So I ended up with 1 Titan Steel bar, which goes for 1,000 gold, 1 Titanium bar that went for 459, 9 Eternal Life for 891 gold, 3 Eternal Earth for 27 gold, 2 Eternal Shadow for 89 gold, 1 Eternal Air for 146 gold, 71 Serenite Bars for 8,913 gold, 7 Lesser Gems, which went for a total of 30 gold, 1 Monarch Topaz that went for 300, 12 Frost Lotus for 252 gold, 4 Gold Clover left over for 6 gold, 2 Dead Nettle left over for 2 gold, 3 Ice Thorn left over for 8 gold, 3 Adder's Tongue left over for 4 gold, 121 Ink of the Sea for 11,324 gold, and 23 Snowfall Ink for 3,074 gold. Total amount of gold was 23,474, which is pretty good. Assuming all this sells, which is the biggest disclaimer for all of this ended up being a much more profitable farm than I ever imagined, at over 23,000 gold for an hour of work. So what would I change? Perhaps the only thing I'd change for my farming method would be to add either in Borean Tundra or Howling Fjord, depending on cobalt prices on your server. Currently on my server, the ore is going for 25 gold a piece and the bars are getting about 60 gold a piece, so it's probably worthwhile to add that in. Overall, this seems like a nice little piece of nostalgic farming that you can make a decent chunk of extra gold if you have inscription. So I hope you enjoyed the guide today, and Papa Hog will be back with more in the near future.